What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Obviously you know who I am, I'm Chris, and this is part 2 of our trading series where we either sell or trade a motorcycle greater in value up to hopefully getting a Kawasaki H2 or a H2R if we're fortunate enough to get that much money. Now, I set myself a massive challenge and I didn't think that I was going to have so much success so soon. So it has been round about 2 weeks since we started with this bike here. And like I said, the end goal is to get to this bike here. So where are we at? What have we been up to? So the last 2 weeks, we put the ZZR 1100 up for sale and swaps. Now, it was very quiet. I mean, very, very quiet. But you'd be glad to know that we have finally sold the ZZR 1100 and it went to a really nice home, really good guy, came down and collected it and took it home and he's really pleased with it. So this then left us with a bit of a dilemma. What were we going to do? But before I tell you what we're going to do, if you hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment on what you think the next bikes are, would really help the channel. So where are we? What are we up to? So over, see if it pans round. There's the ZZR, I've just been working on another ZZR, the FZR. Currently under that is the next bike. However, over there, can you see it? Can you see it? Is the next bike as well. So we didn't actually get one, we got two. So what happened was a little bit of a story. So story time with Chris, we'll call this. I got offered the really interesting bike, which is under here, but I had to take that bike over there as part of the deal. Now we sold the ZZR for £1,050, which I think was quite a good return. So that enables us to give us £1,050, which then meant that I had money to spend. Deal came up for this bike over here, but like I say, as part of it I had to take this bike over there. It was a package deal and I got it for such really good value. So to get the interesting bike, I had to get the less interesting bike. So if you want to see what the interesting bike is, you'll have to wait and we'll go to the not so interesting bike first. Oh, sun. So what is the not so interesting bike? Now, so I really can't see the fucking sun right in my eyes. So some of you will think it's actually quite an interesting bike, maybe, I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, bike number one is pan down. Okay, so we have got a 2002 check. Yamaha Diversion. It's a 900cc. It's done 37,000 miles. Good bits are like we've got the plastics which are missing from here. We need to get a battery. This is some sort of cool like heated grips thing. So it's got heated grips, heated seat. It is the shaft driven version. So from what I understand, it's meant to be quite reliable, quite a reliable bike. Not over, so shaft driven there, it's clean. That's the good bit. And it needs a repair, or a better repair there on that. That's the good bits. But with everything we buy on the channel, there's always bad bits, isn't there? There's no keys. Someone's out enjoying their interesting bike. I don't know if you can hear that. So loud. So, the bad bits. There's no keys. Now, when I got it, the steering lock was on. So me and my friend have had a good go at drilling it out to try and get the steering lock off. We managed to get it off, but we've caused a right mess here in the headstock. So to get that off, I'm just going to have to take all this off and move it from there and go from there. Source a new one of these. I was told the engine runs, which is good. So like I say, it's got heated grips, it's got the Oxford heated grips. It has got something for that. I'm not sure what that's quite for. It's for quad lock, so it's maybe for your Ford USB charger or something, I think. I think it's got the ability to plug your jacket in as well if you've got one of the Oxford heated jackets. But yes, there is the Diversion. Not so bad, not so bad. I think it'll clean up quite well. And if we actually pan it properly, I think it'll clean up quite well, and that should be a good one to sell on and make a few pounds to put towards the H2. It's got decent tyres as well. I think the front one's flat. Now then, let's get on to the interesting bike, and the sun's right in my face. Just get you back on the tripod. So, the interesting bike. What is the interesting bike? So, I can tell you that it is a Honda. I can tell you that it is a 1999. I can tell you that it's red, but enough of me waffling. Let's get the cover off, you can have a look. So, there we go. So I have been fortunate enough to buy the interesting bike, which is, I think it's an interesting bike anyway. This is my Honda Super Blackbird CBR 1100. Now this bike itself has covered 50, let's get you off and show you actually, it's not, me waffling. Yeah, so this bike's covered just over 50,000 miles. Let's pan down so you can see, you don't want to see the back of the SLR, just over 50,000 miles. And I mean, this thing is mint. It is absolutely minted. Stunning bike, stunning bike. Issues with it are, it has potentially got a regulator rectifier issue. So it's not charging it, well, it's either undercharging or overcharging the battery. So I was told it was that one, but so obviously both bikes have got issues. Diversion has got no keys, and the Blackbird has got a regulator rectifier issue. Now, honestly, this thing, it's stunning, stunning bike. Yeah, I didn't actually realise how nice this was, especially in the red. Since red's quite common, but I mean, it's fantastic. So this little badger needs to go for its MOT, so it's out of MOT at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's only going to need a few bits to get it through its MOT. But also we need to investigate the regulator rectifier issue. So I think it is going to be a great project to work on, especially for the channel. With regards to diversion, we need to order up ourselves a set of keys for starters so we can actually test it. Seat off, panels off, tank. It's going to have to come off and drain because that's full of fuel. But yeah, this should be quite interesting. So yes, if you are interested to see me work on these badgers, please hit the, I say badgers, work on these bikes. Do you know what? We are going to work on the bikes. We're going to have a little look at this Honda because I can't help myself. So I'll step back once I've got the keys and we've got the battery off, and we'll test the voltages. Okay, so we've got the keys, we've got the voltmeter, and we've got the battery tester. Now, I was told that when it was ridden, they got so far and they rode up to, it was Brecon, I think, quite close to me, and went to get fuel, went to start the bike, and it wouldn't start. Now, they put it down to a battery charging issue. Now, I know this has had new battery. I checked that one, so I don't think, personally, there's anything wrong with this. I think that I'm pretty confident with this because I've disconnected already, but it's got if you can see that, it's got, come on camera, focus. It's got an aftermarket USB charger on it. I reckon that is the power drain. So we will get the battery off, we'll get the seat off, and we'll have a look at see what the actual voltage is kicking out. I think it's the battery. I think that's the issue. It's the power. It's got a power drain on it, which would make sense if, you know, I knew it's had a new battery, and I know the battery's got power in it because I've actually turned it on and we've got lights, and I've disconnected this. Anyway, so in there, obviously standard battery. Yeah, standard battery. We'll get the voltmeter on it first, so you can see it's bring it in, just to see what voltage we're getting on the battery. Right, it's the best way to do this. so you can see. Let's bring it down here. Go chill. I'm going to crap all over the floor. I've just done the garden as well. Right. This one should pan down. There we go. Perks of editing. We'll edit this out. So, currently, we have got, you can see the meat, should be able to see that one, right? If I'm not covering it up. So currently we're getting about 12.4 volts. It isn't fantastic, but it's not the end of the world. 12.4 volts across there, right? So when we turn it on, I think, remember to take the key out, what I should be looking for is somewhere in the region of 13.5 volts, maybe a little bit more. So this is is it the CFI, I think it's called? So it's an injected bike, so it's not a carved bike. Oh, that was interesting. You can see the spark. That's not connected properly. So I'm expecting to see now around between 13 and 14 volts. That indicates that the battery's charging. So we know the battery's charging, the battery's good. So just double check that, you can see. Now there is a potential for it to be overcharging, but I don't think it is. What we do need to do is sort that connection out, so we'll turn it off. That's it off. Now I think the power drain is coming from these. So it's got an aftermarket USB, sorry, a 12 volt charger. Now, when it was connected, so I've already, you know, that definitely needs adjusting. So that's loose and a loose thing, that. Right, let's go get some screwdrivers and we'll come back in. So we've got some trusty replacement nuts for batteries with screws. So I'm just gonna see if I've got the right length. That's where I find out I haven't, which will be really annoying, but we'll see. Yeah, if you look at that, it's like twice the size. You can see that. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean, let's put this in and see if it'll bolt in. Let's have a look. You can see we haven't got the right faff with this, so maybe cut back. All right. Okay, so we've just put a new nut in there, and we'll put this through and see if this holds it in place without arcing and sparking, which is the aim of the game. There we go, decently, that's tight. Good, right, let us put the negative back in. Like I say, I think I've got really lucky with this, because I think that the power drain is coming from that. There we go, right. Let's give it a crack again. If I get out of the way of the camera, it always helps, so let's fucking start her up again. And there's no sparking, which was good. I think that it's just been a dodgy connection. .3 volts, which isn't terrible. Okay, so let's turn the lights on, just to flipping set the charge. Just to make sure there's no, and we'll test the battery. So you've seen these in previous videos, battery tester, Great bit of kit, to be fair. I think it's brilliant. 90% of the time, a lot of the stuff with these, especially with the older bikes, you know, when you're buying it, you know you're going to need battery straight away anyway. So we'll just do a battery test on it. So that's, actually, what's that saying? That reckons it's seeing, that can't be right. Let's get a better connection. Interesting. So that's in 11.3 volts. Multimeter's saying, yeah, could be a problem here. Could be a problem. So let's just do a battery test anyway. In vehicle, what is it? Regular flooded. So you've seen me use this before, so I'm not going to talk through it. Okay, it's 180 cranking amps. See what it tests. So this was a new battery put in to start it, because I knew the bike was good. But obviously you just want that peace of mind, don't you? Let's test it, see what it says. Yeah, battery's good. 97, yeah, so yeah. Cranking amp, 97% health, but the charging rate's pretty poor. So it needs charging. So what I'll do is, I've got a couple of options. I think what I'll do is I'll just run the bike for a bit. Yeah, it's got fuel in it. Yeah. Yes, that's what we'll do with that. Yeah. So we'll run the bike for a bit and come on, let's reset the camera. Round we go. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just get the bike on, leave it running for a little bit, see what the state of the battery is, and then we'll test it again. But I think that draws this video to a close. You've seen the Blackbird, you've seen the Diversion. So yeah, we've got two nice bikes for the series. We're obviously looking to trade these up to the H2. Yes, so we'll test my limits, we'll test my skills, and yeah, everything's still an experience. But anyway, thanks for taking time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, for every video we do, peace out, catch you next one.